Bitch, I got murder on my mind. Whoa, whoa. No. YNW Melly murder case declared a mistrial. Oh, shit. Here we go. Everybody's heard about it. What does this mean? Is he going to get out? What's going to happen? Did he beat the case? Is he locked up? What's going on? I'm going to tell y'all. So, with this mistrial happening, three things will happen now. The first thing is the case could be dropped by prosecutors. Being a double homicide, this is not going to happen. The second thing that could happen is Melly will be offered a deal in which he more than likely will not accept, because that deal more than likely will require him to serve a life sentence in prison without the chance of parole. You just got a mistrial. He's not going to accept that. And the third and most likely thing that is about to happen is the case is going to be retried with an entirely different jury. And that's what it's going to look like is going to happen. The jurors could not agree on a verdict. Melly's mom claims that the jury was a 9-3 verdict, 9 being not guilty, 3 being guilty. Now, there's no possible way she could have known this unless she personally spoke to a juror, and which would be a whole nother topic. Right. So what you think, man? This is crazy shit, right? This dude, he dodged one for now, but this could be a win and a loss for you in the long run, man.
Hey, man, somebody praying for that boy for real, bro. And it's so crazy because this court case has been so hectic. They've been showing this stuff, man, but it's been a lot of what ifs because they don't really have like the real like stuff or whatever to really charge this man. It was like, oh, well, he was here, but he was here. And they really don't have nothing to really mesh all that stuff to put that man in the crime scene, bro, when the time that it happened. Because they were saying that, oh, well, he was already at a friend's house. And then they were talking about, oh, well, he changed clothes than what he had on earlier that day. Man, people change clothes all the time. You know, it could be a whole different scenario that they're trying to bring to the forefront, but none of that stuff matched, bro. And you can't go off of what ifs, and you got this man life on the line. Double homicide. Like if you don't have the gun, you don't have the clothes with the blood on that stuff, you don't have the gunpowder on that man. Guess what? You gotta freaking let that shit go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find the real killer. You gotta find the real killer out here that's still on the loose. You know, if you don't have any of that stuff, you don't have any gunpowder, this and that, whatever, man. No evidence, no video evidence of this man in the car shooting these guys, bro. You gotta let that stuff go. And that's the biggest thing, whatever. They're gonna try to trial you, and they're gonna try to get you to give up all your money with the lawyers and the depositions and all these things or whatever, try to run you, bro, try to run you ragged, bro, for real, because jail is not a good place to be, bro, man. I know firsthand, bro. I can't stand the smell, you know, for real. So being in there for years, bro, this done been years, bro, and then now they just come to a mistrial, bro. They should let that man out till they figure out what they're gonna do, you know?
Leads to a good question. Is there gonna be bond? Is bond gonna be set? How's that gonna work? I'm going to tell you, not likely, dude. I don't think it's going to happen. The bond is usually determined based off of strength of the case, relevant or insufficient evidence, the severity of the crime, and the concerns of the defendant being a flight risk. So they don't have that nail in the coffin evidence against them. Like you said, they don't have the murder weapon. They don't have this. They don't have that. So the evidence is a crucial thing that they don't have yet. But I just don't see a scenario where he's going to be allowed to get out until a new trial begins. They're going to do anything in their power to make life as complicated as they can for this dude. I just don't see him getting out until he goes back to court. But this mistrial can be a good and a bad thing for him because it's a temporary win right now. But in the long run, bro, it's going to be tougher for his defense team because in a case like this, it's comparable to like playing poker. You know, now all your cards are out on the table and the prosecution is going to adjust differently for the next time that y'all go to court.
Right.
For example, they can, out of all the jurors, if that's true, if you had like 9 not guilty verdicts, the prosecutors can talk to those former jurors and ask them like, okay, why did you vote him not guilty? What wasn't strong enough for you? They can get intel on each position so they can strengthen it more for the next time they try him, and they're going to try his ass again. You know, so it's going to be a lot harder for his defense team. It's going to be a lot harder for him. So it's going to be this next court case is going to get real nasty. I just want to be the first one to say, I do think he did that shit. I think he blasted them boys, no question. That there's not a doubt in my mind that he did that. I can't say 100% if he did it or not. That's just my honest opinion on it. The point is, if you don't have the evidence to convict this man, you got to let him go. It don't matter if he did it or not. Right. And that's no shade to, no disrespect to the families, the victims involved, anybody like that. But I'm just saying that's the court of law, man. The justice system is not perfect. There's holes in it, and that you play by the rules. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you don't have enough evidence to convict him, let alone this is a death penalty, a potential death penalty on the table. A man's life is stake. So right. I'm just saying you think you'd have to follow suit and just find him not guilty. So I wouldn't be surprised if he beat this case, but it's gonna be a long time for it.
Like I say, they got to get that stuff right. You got to get that stuff 100% right. You got to have the evidence. And if you don't have the evidence, bro, you can't do really nothing, man. You just got this man, just holding this man hostage for real. You just basically just kidnapped this man from his family, his music, and everything else, you know? Like I said, we don't know 100% if he did that stuff or whatever. But if y'all don't have the evidence, y'all don't have the weapon, y'all don't have the bullet casings or whatever to match with the fingerprints and all these things or whatever that goes along with a double homicide shooting, bro, you have nothing, man. For real, man. You just pulling names out of a bag for real. Like, oh yeah, well, I seen you with him, and I know you know him, and y'all had beef a couple weeks ago, but y'all was in the car together. So you gotta be the suspect. You're the only person that we have. You don't have the real, you know what I'm saying? People talking about that stuff as well, you know, for real, because people not snitching on their friends and stuff like that, bro. You know, like it's a whole different generation out here. So if you don't, if you don't have that evidence, bro, you really have nothing, man. They just holding that man hostage, really.
And you know it's disgusting, bro, is dudes have been sentenced for way less, and they still are. That's unfortunately, like I said, the justice system. That's how it works, man. Sometimes it's rarely fair, but that's what you got to deal with, unfortunately. But that was another thing, that the people that they've had testifying in Melly's case, like his friends, none of them have snitched on him. None of them have said anything.
None of them.
They have nothing. And then they seen that there was a detective that was threatening like one of the witnesses or like intimidating him or something like that. So he's got some things going in his defense, kind of momentum swinging his way. But like I said, it's gonna get, it's not over by any means. It's gonna get more ugly for his defense team. It's gonna cost him a lot more money. So
because the families of the slain, they don't know what's going on. They want to freaking have a sense of, you know what I'm saying, and not enjoyment, but like a sense of like relief. They want a sense of relief or whatever, knowing that the murder
they're trying to get some rest easy,
kids, right? Their family member or whatever is resting in peace properly or whatever. What the person who did this stuff or whatever is behind bars or possibly gonna die from this incident, you know? So like it's on both sides, man. I feel Melly's side and his family, and I feel the victim side as well. So it's not like, bro, we got to get some answers, man. We got to get some answers, and we'll probably come back with this stuff another time. So right now, one for Melly right now, I guess, you know.
1-0 YNW Melly versus State of Florida.
Yep.